Hi, this is Sefi from Firefly, and in this video I would like to demonstrate how you can create a simple web service that reuses the business logic of your migrated application. Now, as with any new technology in .NET, first I would like to play with it a little and get familiar with it in an empty solution before jumping to the migrated application and try to implement it there. So I found this article by Microsoft which explains how to write a simple web service using an ASMX file. Following this article, I'm creating a new project in an empty instance of Visual Studio, and I'm selecting the ASP.NET web application, which I'm going to call My Service. And we select the empty project template, so we get as minimum as possible. Now, again, according to the article, I add a new item to the project, and the template that we need to search for is the ASMX file. Let's give it the same name, myservice.asmx. Okay, so I get a template, and we already have an example of a web method, and let's change it to an add method, which accepts two parameters, int a and int b, and return the sum of them. Return a plus b. Okay, let's give it a try. Let's run this and see what happens. So Visual Studio creates a local web server on this port, and it browses to our web myservice ASMX file, and here we see the add method, which we can use and test using this nice UI, and here I get the result. And if we go back to the web service, we can click here to see the full list of operations. Currently we only have one operation, but we can also click on the service description to get the WSDL file, which is generated automatically for us. This file can be used to deploy the web service or give this to the client that consumes our web service. Okay, so now I'm familiar with how to create a simple web service, and let's try to do it in the migrated application. So right here I have a Visual Studio with my Northwind application, which is a migrated application, and my Northwind application already has a Northwind.server project. If your migrated application doesn't have the server project, you can still easily add the web service, and you can add a server project, and we have a video that explains how to do it, and see the link for that video below this video. Okay, so let's see what business logic of the migrated application I would like to expose as a web service operation, as a web method. So currently let's run this Northwind desktop application, and right here I have a program that counts orders by city. So here is the UI. I can enter some city name like London, press the count button, and get the result of 33. If we try another city like Paris, we'll get 4 orders, for example. So let's see how we can use this functionality and expose it as a web method. So going back to my Visual Studio, and let's set this server as the startup project, and just like we did in the empty project, we need to add a new ASMX file. So let's find a template for adding a new item, and let's call this Northwind service, for example. Okay, now the program that I just showed you that counts the orders for each city is inside my Northwind orders project. The name of the program is count orders by city. And because this program is public, and because in my server project I have a reference to the Northwind orders project, I can easily call that program from the server. So again, let's change this hello world to be the method that we want, which is count orders by city. And let's get a string city name. And in the body of the method, let's create a var count, which will be new orders dot count orders by city. This is our migrated program, untouched, and it accepts a city. So let's give it a city name, and return the count. Now, a word about security. It's always recommended to check the input that comes from the web before passing it into the business of our application that might affect the database or change something in the database. So this is only for testing, so I'm using it like this, but it's always better to be on the safe side and sanitize any input that comes from the web. So let's see how this works. Now, let's make sure that in the properties of the web project we use IIS Express, which means that I can just run a test here and it's browsing to the ASMX file because I was at the open file. And here is the operation. And let's try it as we did with the desktop app. So I'm inputting London, invoke, and I get 33. Let's try with another city like Paris, and we get 4. That's it for now. See you next time. Bye bye.